I've just been going to bed at crazy times because the course that I'm taking, and so it's just I got to really start getting back on my sleep schedule. But I'm super excited about the course. Really, really excited. It's uh, it's like what I'm learning is like it's almost like when I started my company is like I was like almost trying to reinvent the wheel, like I was like, oh, someone did it, so I can do it too, right? And I'm pretty smart. I can put things together, and you make mistake after mistake after mistake, and it's almost like you don't, brethren. He said you said this last week about you don't take a guy who's an amateur and put him up against Floyd Mayweather on his second fight. You know what I mean? Like he learns the steps first, and what I'm realizing in life, anything you want, to like not reinvent the wheel, but to learn what the wheel is and just make it your own. And so from here on out, anything that I want to do that's new to me, whether it's marketing, starting a company, I'm gonna find the person who's been doing it and say, take my money, let me take your course. I've been reading books, but even getting more hands on, and because if I knew what I knew now, it probably, instead of taking me 5 6 years, maybe a year and a half, you know but again, everything is a process. And so I'm just learning now is just find out what the systems is. You want to be filthy rich, what's the system to become rich? It's not this crazy elusive thing. Like nothing is like, remember when I first started fighting, remember I was doing boxing, and I'd see Muay Thai guys, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. They're throwing knees, kicks, elbows. I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm doing it, and it's just like anything is just once you learn the system, it seems crazier than what it is. But once you actually learn the system, like math may seem so crazy and difficult. Like once you just learn the system of how it works, computer science, it's the same thing. And so I'm really realizing recently, it's like, oh my God, don't reinvent the wheel, just use the wheel and make it your own. So from here on out, I'm literally, I've always been doing books and reading about business books and this and that. I'm taking it to another level, and I'm taking courses now. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I'm never going to stop bettering my best, and just, um, and I think if you do that, yeah, it's hard to not be in a good space, so yeah, it's been exciting. It's been enlightening. But I'm super excited. I don't want to sleep. I just want to keep, but I know I have to balance myself out, but it's just been super exciting. So that's been the week for me.
It's like you said, when you said it's like math. My thing I was telling you about, my stepdad said that for every problem there's a solution. So
Yeah,
when you're running around, and if things seem like I don't know how to like change this problem and it's too challenging,
right.
you said it yourself. It's like math. I mean, you in a different way, but in the same way
Yeah,
too. For every problem there's a solution. I feel
yeah.
like that with life. There's always a way to problem solve. May not be the
Always.
outcome you expect or you wanted,
Right.
but there is a solution. But sometimes people get too caught up in their own expectations that they're not willing to compromise. And
That's a
it's
great
like, well,
point.
then you're always gonna really be in some deep stuff. Then
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not trying to be you. Right, right. No, that's a fact,
yeah.
though. That's a
I
fact.
mean, some life is give and take, but
Preach.
sometimes there is no give. It doesn't mean all the time, but
Uh,
I mean, if life were always fair and it was always equal, then there'd be no problems. But I think some people
right,
really get too caught up in like what they want. This is what well,
right,
then if you don't get over that, then you're,
right.
you're always going to be your own problem.
Right. Yeah, you're setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment.